There is a coaching session that I hosted 5 years ago that I still think about till today. And I thought I would share the story behind it, especially if you're considering becoming a coach, because it changed something in me when it comes to my perception of coaching. And I'm sure you would benefit from knowing this as well. If you're new here, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sumaya. I am the founder of The Healed Sister, which is a six-figure coaching business, alhamdulillah. And what I do is teach Muslim women how to certify as life coaches, qualified and confident life coaches, so that they can create a lifestyle and a business that fits around their religion and their values. And if you are interested in becoming a coach and you're starting your journey, then make sure to get my free Thriving Coach workbook. It's a digital journal that's going to support you in getting clear on what your story is, what your niche is going to be, what your intention is, and also what goals you can set for yourself in order to make progress on your journey. So, let's talk about that coaching session that really changed me and left me actually in tears at the end of it, subhanAllah. So I was in Morocco, stranded over there. I had just started coaching and I had a session for the first time with a new client, and it was a one-off session. And this was a sister who was in a different country, and her struggle was mainly related to the fact that she was separated from her children who were living really far away from her with their dad, whom she had divorced. And she hadn't seen them in years, and the contact with them was very minimal because of the conflictual relationship with her ex-husband. And during that session, I felt particularly emotional because I was in a similar situation. I was separated from my daughter and I hadn't seen her in months. And that was, to be honest, the toughest thing I had gone through in my life at that point. But I managed to keep myself together, listen to her, create a space for her, and support her in that session. I coached her, and although there was a lot of grief on both ends, on hers and on mine, at the end of the session, she managed to get what she needed, a lot of relief, a lot of peace, a lot of gratitude for our conversation. And during the session, she said something that I felt extremely envious about. She told me, sometimes I dream about my kids and it feels like they are there with me. It feels like it's real. And I feel so grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to just give me that because I don't have anything else at the moment. And when we hung up and I cut the call, I couldn't help but cry like crazy. I'm not a big crier. I've conditioned myself to repress my emotions most of my life. And so, unfortunately, it's really hard for me to let go of my tears. But I remember this as if it was yesterday, subhanAllah, and I just let it all out. I don't know if I was crying because of her pain, because of mine, and also because of that beautiful statement and that ability that she had to find something to be so grateful about in this difficult moment. I had so much admiration for her, but I was also jealous because I had never dreamt about my daughter in all the time that we were separated. And so in this moment of sadness and overwhelming emotions, I made a dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and I asked him, Ya Allah, just help me see her tonight in my dream. Help me see my daughter just once. I just want to have that blessing as well that this woman just described. And I'm not even kidding. That same night, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allowed me to see my daughter in my dream. And I was hugging her and it felt real. And I woke up with this sense of peace. It was just unbelievable. And it was not just the fact that I saw her in the dream, it was the fact that I asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for that thing that morning, and the same night He gave it to me. So the first reminder through this story is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is listening. There's no doubt about that, but sometimes we tend to forget because we make dua and it takes time for us to get the result of that dua, or sometimes we don't even see it in this lifetime. But for me, this was the example of an answered dua that was express, like it was prime. It was the next day delivery, and it was so powerful and beautiful. And I felt so grateful for it. And the other thing that I learned through this experience was that when I'm coaching people, it's not always about them healing and growing. Sometimes, and a lot of the times, there's also a lot of growth and healing on my side. I can remember so many instances where I was coaching one of my clients, and because she had gone through something similar as me, as she was having a breakthrough, I was having a breakthrough as well. And of course, I never made it about me and I never mentioned anything. But a lot of my coaching conversations with my clients have opened doors of awareness for me as well, subhanAllah. And I think that's why I love this job so much, is because I truly believe it has accelerated my healing journey. And the second reason why it has accelerated my healing journey is because when you help people who have gone through similar pains and struggles as you, there's something so satisfying about that because it helps you make sense of the pain that you've been through. And this is not something that I'm the only one to experience. Our coaching trainees in the Thriving Coach, they always have stories about how they come out of sessions feeling so fulfilled and so satisfied because it makes sense suddenly. It's like everything I've been through has led me to this moment where I get to be of service to someone who's going through the same thing. And it makes me feel alive. It makes me feel like I have a purpose. It makes me feel so grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because now I can see some elements of the bigger picture. And it's so amazing to see these trainees come to us at the beginning of their certification thinking, who am I to coach anyone? And by the end of the training, as they've gained experience and they've coached so many sisters, they feel so confident about the fact that this is their purpose. And it's just not any purpose. It's like a divine calling. And I was never able to explain that before I discovered coaching because I had never felt so connected to a career or a job or however you want to call it. But for me, it's more of a mission. It's something that if I wasn't paid to do, I would still do somehow because I just don't know what else I would love so much, what else I would be so passionate about doing, what else would make me feel like getting out of bed with so much excitement. And there's nothing else that makes me feel like I'm lost in time except from having a coaching business. I went on a tangent here, but I guess the purpose of today's video was number one, to show you that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can and will definitely answer your du'as, sometimes instantly. So never refrain from asking him anything. Secondly, coaching is such a powerful career path because not only you get to help people heal and grow, but you also heal and grow through doing that for them. And the third thing is that if you felt like this could be what you're good at, please don't ignore that voice that's whispering to you to give this a try. Because honestly, what do you have to lose? There's so much to gain in giving this career path a try. You could literally get a life that you're at least passionate about. And it could go as far as you being able to make a living from it. And that is also so fulfilling, alhamdulillah. Now, you might be wondering if you are healed enough to be able to do this work and to be able to help people. I've got you. I have a video on that topic, which is titled, Are You Really Ready to Coach People? And it will answer your question, inshallah. I'll link it right here and also down below so that you can find it easily. And I'm curious to know, if you are a coach, in the comments, has there been one or several coaching sessions that have really reinforced the fact that this is your divine calling? Tell me about them. I love those stories. If you're not a coach, let me know what you'd like me to talk about more in order for you to be able to take that step and be more confident in this decision of becoming a coach, inshallah. I'll see you in the next video. Ma salama, beautiful.